They say when a tree forgets its roots, it dies standing. But when a people forget their mother, they don't just fall, they vanish. Because everything begins with the mother. Before we had names, we had a heartbeat. And that heartbeat echoed from the womb of a woman who carried not just a child, but a future, a people, a generation. The strength of a nation is not in its weapons, its buildings, or its borders. It is in the hands that rocked its first cradles, and in the backs that carried water long before there were taps. The foundation of any civilization is the woman who never gave up, the mother who gave life even when she had nothing left, the mother who carried pain silently and love loudly. When they broke our homes, mothers rebuilt them with bare hands. When they stole our sons, mothers waited with empty arms and full hope. When they called us savages, mothers taught us the meaning of dignity without ever opening a book. A mother is not a title, it is a spirit. A nation that turns its back on the spirit of the mother is a nation walking toward its grave. There is a reason every language on earth has a sacred name for mother, because even in silence the word carries power. Let me ask you, what would you become without the one who first believed in your cry, who stood between you and death when you were too weak to stand for yourself? Look closely. The earth we walk on, the rivers we drink from, the food we grow, it all comes from a mother. She does not speak, but when she is angry, the skies weep and the winds scream. Even nature respects its mother. In the relentless march of progress, amidst towering skyscrapers and bustling streets, a profound crisis silently unfolds. We celebrate advancement, innovation, and the relentless pursuit of a brighter future. Yet today, we often treat the very womb that gave us life as if it were a mere burden, a forgotten chapter in our personal stories. We, in our haste, disrespect the hands that tirelessly molded our courage, the hands that nurtured us through countless sleepless nights. We silence the voices that once shouted for our survival, the voices that guided us through the labyrinth of childhood, the voices that whispered encouragement when we stumbled and fell. These are the voices of our mothers, now fading into the background. When you see a mother sitting on the ground, hungry, torn, and ignored, when you witness her silent struggle and her unwavering spirit, understand this profound truth. You are not merely looking at an individual in distress. You are looking at the first victim of a failed nation, a nation that has lost its way, a nation that has forgotten its roots, a country that callously lets its mothers beg on the streets, their pleas unheard, their dignity stripped away, is a country already spiritually buried, its foundations crumbling beneath the weight of its neglect. A continent that forgets the sacrifices and wisdom of its mothers will never truly know peace, will forever be haunted by the echoes of their unacknowledged contributions. The mother, in her quiet resilience, does not ask for extravagant riches or fleeting material possessions. She asks for simple justice, for the recognition of her worth, for the respect she has earned through a lifetime of selfless devotion. She does not need a crown or a throne, for she already gave birth to kings, to leaders, to the very individuals who shape the destiny of nations. Why do you think our enemies fear unity? Because they know, when Africa begins to treat her mothers like queens, we will no longer behave like slaves. A child raised in the love of a mother fears no empire, because he has already tasted what power feels like, the power of being protected without condition, fed without price, and loved without reason. Have you ever seen the eyes of a mother when her child is in pain? That is not just sadness, that is revolution waiting to happen. Africa must return to the values of the mother, to care, to share, to defend, to live for more than just the self, to carry not just children, but dreams, communities, and futures. When we see poverty, we should hear a mother crying. When we see corruption, we should hear a mother praying. And when we see injustice, we should rise like a mother standing between her child and danger. A mother does not run from fire. She walks through it if her child is inside. So how dare we run from responsibility? Every broken village, every abandoned farm, every girl without school, every market woman mistreated, these are all cries of the mother. She is calling us, not with anger, but with disappointment. She says, I gave you everything and you forgot me. Today let us remember her, not just in words but in action. Build schools not for statistics, but because mothers dream of educated children. Protect the land not just for profit, but because mothers grow food there. Defend the weak not for applause, but because mothers raised us to. Look at the world and ask, who stands tallest? It is not the one with power, but the one with purpose. And the greatest purpose is to uplift the hand that once wiped your tears. Some say we need soldiers, brave men and women on the front lines, ready to defend our homes. Yes, we do need those soldiers, those protectors. But let us not forget the first soldier, the unsung hero of our lives. The first soldier was the mother. She fought a different kind of war, a silent battle against hunger every single day, just to feed us, her children. She is the bedrock of our society, who gave away her portion, the very sustenance she needed so we could grow, so we could thrive. She put our needs before her own, a selfless act of love and devotion. She nurtured our bodies and souls, ensuring we had the strength to face the world. Who wore the same cloth mended and patched for years, so we could wear uniforms to school, so we could learn and have a brighter future. She bore the weight of our aspirations on her shoulders, sacrificing her own comfort for our advancement. She understood the power of education and ensured we had the opportunity to succeed. Do you understand the price of motherhood? The sleepless nights, the endless worries, the constant sacrifices. You were not raised by weakness, by privilege, or by ease. You were raised by sacrifice, by a mother's unwavering love and determination. She instilled in us the values of hard work, resilience, and compassion. That is why no matter how deep they bury us, how many obstacles they place in our path, we rise. Because we are not just people, not just individuals. We are children of a mother who never gave up, who never lost hope, who always believed in us. We carry her strength within us, her spirit guiding us forward. We are the embodiment of her sacrifices, and we will continue to rise, to overcome, and to achieve in honor of her enduring love. You want to change Africa? Start by honoring her first guardian, the mother. You want to build a future? Start by protecting the one who gave you your beginning. You want to become strong? Then never forget the woman who carried you for 9 months without asking the world for help. She is history itself. She is the unyielding pillar that holds empires and civilizations. Her story is a testament to resilience. Look at the land itself, stretching out in all its breathtaking glory. The life-giving rivers, fertile soil, majestic mountains, and vast deserts. She, too, is a mother. She fed empires and built kingdoms, leaving behind legacies that continue to inspire. She bore the weight of invaders, yet never succumbed to despair. She has been robbed and exploited, but still, she feeds her children. She has been shamed, but still, she provides. She has been divided, but still, she calls us one. This is the mother we have forgotten. This is the mother whose wisdom we have ignored. This is the mother we must remember as a living entity, a source of strength and boundless love. She is a spirit that permeates every corner of the continent, a soul that resonates with the rhythm of life. And her name is Mother Africa, embodying strength, resilience, and the enduring spirit of a continent that has shaped the world.